Hi there. I'm like having a really fantastic time here in Stockholm, and there are puzzles in my life such as meeting this Gabriel, something that came from inner dialogue. So I really don't know what it is. I don't know if we're going to see each other. I just don't know anything about it basically. So I'm in the blue yonder. I just don't know anything about what's going on. So in this sense, but anyhow, everything's going quite well, and I'm studying guitar and I'm learning guitar, and that's okay, and I'm reading really quite a bit, and it's just so much fun, and I'm exercising a lot, and it's just so sunny and beautiful here. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, normally here this time of the year it should be like really cold. I mean, soon it should be snowing, and it's like 23 degrees outside, so it's really amazing, and it's just such a bonus. And this is a view on one side. These are, and then that's the view on the other side. But anyhow, I'm not posting this message about the view. So essentially, there are mixed messages. So let me tell you about what I'm doing now. There's a situation with these group of people that are eager to make their dreams occur, that have somewhat been violent to bring forth to fruition the dreams they have. Okay. And that's documented. People wanting to become monarchs, Al Qaeda, sort of my relatives being abusive with me, and then the fact that it seemed to be the case that I was chosen for a role in mostly every religion in the world at this moment in time. As an instance, many religions consider God's last intervention on planet Earth. Okay, without getting too much into the God aspect of it, I mean, the thing is that, so there were all these expectations in all these texts, and then people basically tried to process this information, which actually is a really easy thing to do. So you process the information, and then obviously with no divine inspiration whatsoever, and I think the root of all progress and great art and beauty is divine inspiration, okay? But I mean, there was no divine inspiration here. And basically they just churned all these facts, and they came up with some kind of goo out of all these facts together, and that goo involved, basically involved me, because I'm the guy that's chosen at the moment, doing a whole laundry list of items which I've decided not to do, okay? And then I have a voice in my head, which I do consider to be God, who sort of tells me pretty much what to do and what not to do, okay? Now, with my own decisions and listening to my voice, I have taken myself from a state of acute schizophrenia and total incapability of managing my life, to the extent that I was even interned in a hospital, for 4 years because I couldn't manage my life. I was pretty free, but there were people taking care of me at all moments. To today, which is a state where I'm getting encyclopedic knowledge and I can read several books at once, and I'm really clever, and compared to what I was before, and I think objectively as well, and I do have a lot of powers, supernatural powers, which is totally unprecedented for all of humanity, okay, to the extent to which I have them. But so that is what I've done. That's the result of my decisions and the guidance I've gotten, okay, because in different religious prophecies I'm supposed to be guided by God himself. In fact, he speaks to me and he guides me, okay, so now I have this constant dialogue with this guy that feels so close to me. Gabriel was the guy I met here. And it's really scary. I mean, I'm really scared that he appears in the middle of the night or something, and then it's like, hi, I'm here. It's just so scary just to be confronted with such, supernatural. I find it rather disconcerting. But anyhow, so we'll see what happens to Gabriel, okay, to Gustav. But anyhow, if he is in fact Gabriel or his, I mean, that's not my problem. My problem is that I have decided, rather than attack these people outright, for several reasons. I'm here in Sweden, I want to have fun, I want to read. Okay, if you attack these people full-time, it's a full-time job. It'd be good to have an office, it'd be good to have a structure. I have that in LA, so I'm much better set up to do that in LA. I have a lot of, again, to do a lot of fun things here, including exercising and reading and somewhat socializing, okay, and just with nice people as opposed to privileged people, okay? Because I don't believe, I have no reason to believe. I mean, maybe, when everyone was starving in the 15th century, having some kings and nobility around that weren't starving was really cool, but I mean, I just don't see its role in the world today, okay? But I mean, I think that my goal in my life, everything that's occurred has been way beyond my wildest dreams. So I'm trying to handle the situation like I'm handling my life, and that is first and foremost meet my requirements, not pretend to be Jesus, not to name people to be Dajjal kings, and then sort of to let God show me the way and give me inspiration and sort of affect His creation in the world in a way that some kind of optimal solution can come, which is terrific and it's fun and it's just beyond everybody's wildest dreams. Okay, so that is why, to allow, God seems to like to take His time. So, but then He does things immediately as well. So He just does what He wants. I mean, obviously, but I mean, so I'm gonna take now this moment. Okay, which is basically going to be from now. I was from the beginning of basically middle of September, but now let's say October, November, December, and then when I get back in January, I'm going to start, working basically in the middle or the end of January, and then I'll be doing everything I'm planning to do in the States, which is really a lot of things, among which, if I decide to do this, denounce these wannabe Al-Qaeda monarchs, okay, in a way that they will not be around after a month I start my accusations, okay, so, so I'm going to be doing that when I get back to the States. I'm not doing it now because I don't, I don't have the setup, and I just need to get feedback and let the situation evolve, and then if we can get a world where everyone's better off, so much the better. And, I'm not into fulfilling religious prophecies. This is a really unfortunate situation, and I had this epiphany, this moment of realization in Bali, where I realized that all this abuse came from the hatred of some people in my family background. And, they're also the people that had this idea of being so violent in their dealings with God, who then was not really that present, although now He's very present. And I mean, the people in my family are so stupid that they're still fighting against Him. So I don't really care, I mean, if all these people get convicted in jail for life, or if they get convicted and killed, or if there's no trial, I don't really care. I just want to live my life. And I need to set up paradise, and I cannot do that if I have people hassling me 50 times a day to name them kings according to Christian prophecy. I'm the guy who's chosen for the moment. Okay, my boss, God, has told me that He's going to make me into the second angel. And Gabriel is going to be my right-hand angel. Now, if in fact Gabriel is Gustav, you would not think that Gustav is going to be my right-hand anything, because, basically he calls me like 2 o'clock in the morning and then he's not there, okay? So, he doesn't look like a right-hand anything. But anyhow, the myth is that Gabriel is going to be my right-hand angel and is going to help me do everything I want. I can just see the kind of fuck button. Anyhow, I'm not going to criticize Gabriel, but anyhow, I don't know what he's like. I know nothing about him. So, and I don't even know if it's a good stuff. Okay, but in any event, and so I am being made into an angel who's eternal and therefore has a lot of godlike features and is perfect. And then the whole of humanity will be made into that, and then everybody is being already resurrected by me, and then there will be a moment when everybody gets together with all the people that are being resurrected, and then there will be a new world where everyone is perfect and it will exist forever, okay, with the people, all the people that have passed away, okay. And then obviously there are all kinds of definitions you need to give that, and I just don't know because I don't have that kind of information. I mean, like a child, my sister who died when she was 30 days old apparently is around, so. But in any event, so I speak to her. I mean, I don't really, I don't know what to tell her. So, but in any event, that is what is going on, and I'm just trying to get information and see what happens. And in the meantime, okay, I'm being drugged, okay, because there's this Christian myth that people are trying to push forward, and which they've used to insult me so much. There's this whole thing linked to your hobbies, okay, so they drug me to determine that I don't have certain hobbies and I don't have other hobbies, and so the result is I'm always drugged, and having hobbies is difficult. It's not that difficult though, and so basically, since the element in Christianity is have hobbies and rule the world, I'm not going to get those hobbies until this January, okay. Once I start attacking these people full scale, and then these people are out there influencing people, contacting people, sending me messages. I mean, they send me messages, just recently over and over and over again. So they're out there, they're active, they're acting, and so since they are doing that and they can drug me, they can do anything they want. I guess I'm counting on God to protect me if they kill me, and if they do kill me, I'll be dead, and that's fine. But I mean, the thing is that I'm not going to change hobbies, okay, until this situation dies down. And I know this situation will die down once I recover all my property. Once people start telling me, stop telling me, I can, if somebody's told, and they're a great actor, to tell me something, I can immediately tell because God reveals to me what's going on. Okay, I have God's inspiration in me about 5 times an hour. Okay, most people, brilliant people, really accomplished artists and so forth, get God inspiration maybe a handful of time in a lifetime. Okay, and I get it a handful of time in an hour. Okay, so I'm really privileged in terms of my relation with God, and it's really odd because I met this guy and then he's talking to me all the time, so I really don't know what's going on. And then the other day I was talking to him, he was talking to me with these sounds, I couldn't understand anything. So there's, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm going to treat him like a human being, and I'm going to just, he came here as a human being. If he's Gabriel, and if he's not Gabriel, he's not Gabriel. And in fact, his name is Gustav, so he's not Gabriel, and so that's the full end of it. Okay. But in any event, so I look forward to setting up a great paradise. Now, in paradise, I mean, I'm not Muslim, but my understanding of the world comes from Islam. So in paradise, everybody's extremely well off with totally different situations. But paradise described in Islam does not correspond with what I'm doing, because I'm getting a really substantially new message. Okay, it's like good news. It's a positive development for the whole of humanity. Everybody should be delighted and stoked and happy. And so I just don't know. Okay, and I don't think that executing a large group of privileged people would be an optimal solution. Okay, that said, it wouldn't be the end of the world either. Okay. So, I'm just having a good time, and then when the moment comes in January, we shall see. Okay. But I just, I really, it makes no difference to me, and it does not make a difference to me since I am getting groomed to be an angel if my whole family gets killed. Okay. And then, because of their involvement with Islamic terrorism, and then if I have the further choice, which I do not know if I will use though, because this seems to be a moment where it's good news for everyone. I mean, even Stalin's speaking to me all the time. He's a really cool guy, okay? But I mean, the thing is that, the thing is that I have the option from God, since I have been so seriously insulted by these people, although I'm doing the best I'm doing in my life, and my life is a daily miracle, and I've been exalted beyond the North Pole and the highest point in the universe, basically. So I really don't give a damn. I don't really care about what's gone on, but I do have the option of not resurrecting them into angels the way in my myth all mankind has been, because these people have been tooth and nail fighting my myth, which is what I'm trying to bring to reality in the world, and I have brought somehow to reality by communicating it and by all kinds of supernatural events, and they're fighting it. So the thing is, I would exclude them from it. Okay, so that is an option I have, and on that beautiful note, I tell you, have a lovely weekend. It's beautiful in Sweden. Bye-bye. Bye.